grows, our rail shipping network will continue becoming strained, creating capacity constraints. From your experience, what is the best way to address the issue of limited rail capacity?
Well, to the extent you can, we think you should rely on the industry, private industry, in making decisions as to where we need capacity most. If you look at railroad, where capacity constraints exist, it's not even throughout the system. And the railroads really know best where their constraints are most serious and need to be dealt with. We support this concept of an investment tax credit, at least on a limited basis, because we think it would speed the investment decisions. We think we would get more bang for the buck early on in the process. And we're quite fearful that if we start to get another growth spurt in this national economy, that we're going to see constraints like we've never seen before if we don't build infrastructure soon.
To expand rail capacity, do you think that only by investment and commitment coming from railroads, or do you think that a combination of the federal government and the private sector?
Well, we think the federal government has some involvement and some responsibility, frankly, from a national network for transportation. The federal government doesn't want to have to build more and more highways because we run out of rail capacity and push freight onto highways. And so there's a national interest here, we think, but we also think that we need a system of monitoring how those investments are made and to make sure that we are expanding capacity. We're not just replacing old ties and infrastructure. We need new capacity.
Any other of the witnesses would like to comment? You all agree on his? Okay. Ms. Hotchkiss, you discussed the problems that small shippers face in the agriculture industry, and you discussed the lack of transparency of STB. Do you think that within the authority that was granted to STB, that they can make the changes, or do you believe that legislative fix is needed? And if it's needed, what are the legislative options that are before us? Which one addresses the issues that you raised?
Okay. Well, thank you, Madam Chairwoman, for that question. We have I would agree with Dr. Keith that the STB is working on things. Our concern is that it perhaps won't go far enough, or that perhaps that these conversations are going on the Hill, that conversation now is taking place at STB. Our particular thought, and what would make our consumers, I think, more comfortable and our customers more comfortable, would be that Congress look at reforming the STB. Chairman Oberstar has Bill 2125, and that would make STB more accessible to rail customers. One of the things I wanted to bring to light, especially for small business, to have go through the formal process. It can cost $175,000 just to file a case. That doesn't include the money. It goes into the millions of dollars to actually see that case through when we're looking at 2, 3, and 4, and 5 years of working on one issue. Mm-hmm. So we do believe that legislation and reform legislation is necessary. There is also the Antitrust Enforcement Act, H.R. 1650. That was reported out of House Judiciary yesterday, and we are supportive of that legislation as well. When the Staggers Act was changed in 1980, this was a problem that antitrust exemptions continued, and I think it can help address some of the issues we've talked about today.
Any other of the witnesses would like to comment on any of legislative fix to the problems facing?
Well, we just believe that if the STB is accountable and fixes some of these problems that we've seen in actual accountability on their end, and rate cases, as Ms. Hotchkiss said, they're very expensive to file, and they haven't been very effective up to this date. So if we would require STB to be more accountable, we feel like that would be help part of the problem.